Oh, hello there. Soundtrack, it looks like it might be just you and me for the moment. Oh, no, I see a couple other people are coming in. Hey, Lee Trout is here to lurk. And I guess it looks like Nasty Triangle is lurking as well. I guess the first order of business, oh, wait, no, actually, the first order of business is I got a new addition to the checklist that reminds me to connect the bot that does the welcome sounds. And yeah, it looks like that is connected. That's good. And then there's another thing. Oh, yeah. I have to also unpause.
76 plus 2 equals 78.
Hi, soundtrack. That was clearly the welcome sound bot got connected. The other new thing on the on the checklist is to unpause the alerts. Oh, which I failed to pause. And if you'll bear with me just one more second, I realized the other thing that I got to put on there that's not on there is turning off the monitor speakers. All right, that's good enough for now. Hi. I guess I might as well come out of hiding to explain that one. Hi, Lee Trout. Welcome on in. Happy to see you here. And yeah, my streaming checklist is awful. Yes, that is in fact the original 1999 Billy the Big Mouth Bass singing "Take Me to the River." They didn't make a Billy the Big Mouth Trout, but I figured that would. Hot and clipping. Okay. Oh gosh, I see that. Hang on. Thank you for letting me know. That was when the very first thing I said, which was, I guess, our first order of business is going to be, can you hear me? Because, gosh, it still looks like how is that now? It looks like it's not clipping anymore, but it does still look maybe hotter than it usually is. Okay, now. Okay, good. Well, as there's also, bear with me while there's like an eyelash or something in my right eye that is driving me right up the wall. So yeah, I kind of started to say the first order of business. Hey, Jacob A45, welcome on in. Was going to be, can you hear me? Because since last Thursday, my apologies to anybody for my missing last Tuesday, but it was a momentary passing health thing that's all fine now. Lee. So since last Thursday, everything's changed again. That's I think probably the most difficult part with of this whole streaming adventure has been that it's just a constantly moving target. It seems like from one week to the next, there's just never anything that's the same. Now, that probably sounds like a complaint, and I want to be perfectly clear that it's not, because what changed since last week is probably most of you were there Sunday a week and a half ago on the Sim Caesar channel for Peter Mooney Appreciation Day, and the outpouring of support was just mind-boggling, far beyond anything I could ever have imagined. Oh, Jacob! Thank you. Thank you for subscribing, Jacob. That's awesome. There's so much going on. I can't keep track. Um, um, hey, Pedo Heat, welcome on in. Happy to have you here. a fellow relatively new flight sim streamer here on Twitch. So I'm sorry I haven't caught any of your streams lately, Pete. I seem to run into you in Planet Neutral's channel a good bit. And Rayburn, welcome in. Fantastic to see you here. Let's see. I was babbling on about something. Oh yeah, so I was going to share this amazing thing that happened. So as a result of that generous outpouring of support on y'all's part 10 days ago, I am now looking at before me a brand new monitor. Thank you very much, everyone. Uh, I mean, my intention prior to that Sunday 10, 11 days ago was to take any proceeds and put them back into streaming. And yeah, Soundtrack has seen a screenshot of the new monitor, and it's I don't know that it's the GOAT monitor, but it's certainly certainly the going to be the greatest of my lifetime monitor. Hi, Spundot. Welcome on in. Happy to have you here. Oh. Texas One Flyboy, welcome on in, and thank you so much for the resubscribing. That's absolutely super. I see I see these come in with, and it says subscribe for 4 months in a row, and I'm just like, but I haven't been streaming for 4 months. But I think I guess it has been just over 3 months since I started streaming. So people who subscribed right at the in those very first few streams and have subscribed each month are now at the beginning of, like me, at the beginning of a 4th month of streaming. Oh my gosh, Iowa Scotsman is here. Welcome in. Happy to see you as well. And oh, PIC, very good. Yes, I saw somebody posted something in a chat yesterday or the day before about working and lurking that was so cleverly phrased. I was sure I would remember it, but I didn't. It's gone. So oh yeah, so yeah, I mean, I've seen monitors. So I mean, the first thing our friend Kevo Zenji talked me out of my dreams of 4K, based mainly on the fact that my graphics card won't drive a 4K monitor. So there's not kind of not much point in having one. Plus, them being ruinously expensive, and so for a lot of very sensible reasons, I gave up my dream of a 4K monitor, at least for now. But the 1440p monitor that I got is absolutely astonishing. It's the instead of the oh my gosh, what? Oh, passenger in command. Hey, thank you so much for resubscribing. That's absolutely awesome. Oh, Rayburn, stop. No, we are not going there. This monitor, it's the typical aspect ratio. The camera's moved, so I keep looking up where the camera used to be, but it's down here. The typical aspect ratio is 16:9. This is, I got the Samsung G9. It's double wide, so it's still 9 high, but it's 32 wide. So it's essentially like having two monitors side by side, but it's all just on one monitor, and it's mind-boggling. So I have because there's another monitor over on the left there's a 32-inch monitor on the left. Instead of having the G9 like centered in front of me with the sim in the center of it, the G9 it's kind of like the left half of it is right in front of me, and that's got the sim in it, and then from the center of the screen over on the right goes over to where the laptop is. It's the camera too. You can't see any of the, I don't know, I should probably stop trying to describe what would take 1,000 words, but every other app that I need is now open and has plenty of real estate on the right half of the screen, and it's so today is a shakeout run on how all that works. But the main thing is, anytime I've changed a monitor or made any change before, the victim has been the audio settings. So that's to circle back 14 minutes ago to when we started. The first thing I was going to say was, "Can you hear me now?" Because I was expecting that probably you wouldn't. I'm hearing, like, I guess it's probably airport and plane noise from the sim that's kind of bugging me in my. Yes, Pete. Oh, he. Yeah, the G9. I'm absolutely thrilled. I did have a problem with it at first. I couldn't get any sound out of it, and I thought it was a defect. And it was kind of a long and painful process to discover that monitors don't make sound. I guess that's what makes the difference between a computer monitor versus a TV. Is a monitor doesn't have speakers. So I ran over to Best Buy and grabbed a cheap set of speakers, and now the monitor does make sound. So that's all resolved. So let me. Oh, and then the other change that I brought about, since what I was using was an ancient, maybe 1080, like 65-inch TV for the monitor. The camera used to sit on top of that, and so I kind of the camera is a foot lower and almost a foot closer now, so that probably looks a little different down here in this corner of the screen. But so anyway, so I'm kind of adapting to all that, and I think we should jump in and get started because it's a Thursday, so it's I think everybody here knows. Oh, I just noticed the moon is gradually moving out of. Where's my cursor, and why won't it come over to the? Wait, hello. Hang on a sec. Pardon while I or there it is. Okay. I just noticed that the moon is that's interesting. I'm not seeing. Are you seeing my cursor up there by the moon? I am not. When I look over at OBS and it's supposed to be showing. Well, at any rate, the moon is gradually rising up out of our view there. Oh, Jacob, I'm glad that you are feeling better. Definitely happy to hear that. And Falling Up, welcome on in. If I go a little more down there, can we get the? Yeah, there we can keep the moon in view for another moment or two. It seems like I was saying something. I was just distracted by the cursor not working in the sim, but we'll see what that is. So I won't belabor it because I think probably everybody who's here knows. Pezzy, hi, welcome on in. I'm gonna get this sentence out if it kills me. We're doing the VATSIM Boston, BVA, Wings Over New England series of 30 challenge flights. We've completed the first 6 were VFR 1 through 6, and now we're working on the remaining 24 IFR. We've completed the first 5 of those, so today's plan is for IFR flight number 6. But the way this goes is I stream on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. Crafty Aviation, who's a Boston VATSIM controller, agreed to be live on Boston Center every Tuesday afternoon. But we don't have any kind of agreed upon coverage on Thursdays. And usually there's not anybody covering Boston Center on Thursday afternoons. And so what I was really, really hoping was going to happen today is that we would get to do a dry run of this flight because I flew it 3, 4, 5 days ago, and it's the first time we're going to be filing slant Gall instead of slant Alpha for these wings flights. And I flew it. This flight introduces flying a full approach. All the instrument approaches we've flown in the first 5 flights, ATC vectored us on to final. This is the first one where we're going into an untowered airport, and they're not going to vector us onto final. We have to fly the full procedure, which includes a hold in lieu of procedure turn. I mean, it's not ultimately complex. It's not like those crazy DME arcs that you know who flies. But compared to anything I've flown before, it's pretty complex. So 3, 4, 5 days ago, I flew it with the TDS GTN 750, and I wasn't really sure like when to activate the approach and all that sort of thing. But it did it. This little airplane we're looking at here blew itself through this entire approach procedure, captured the ILS. I almost peed my pants when it said vertical track and started descending all on its own. I was like, well, I mean, really, the only thing there was for me to do was to, make some power adjustments to keep us going down on the glide slope. So that was pretty sweet. So then this morning, well, earlier this afternoon, shortly before we started. I tried that again, and it all went to worms. And I thought I knew what I was doing, and discovered that I really don't. So I was expecting today to be a typical Thursday where there's nobody on Boston Center, and we'll just fly this as a dry run, and not have to worry about messing up or anything like that, because nobody will be watching. Well, I mean, nobody will be watching on their ATC radar scope. Um, and much to my chagrin, just before I went live, oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. Just before I went live, um, Boston Center came online. So it's looking like we'll actually go ahead and make the attempt. And if we blow it, then we can try it again. We can either try it again today, or if not, we can try it again on Thursday. So I think probably the thing to do is to go ahead and jump inside the airplane and get started. Oh, good. Was there a background buzzing sound for the last 20 minutes while we were outside the plane for you? There was for me in my monitor, and I was hoping it was just um, exterior, like airport sounds, and indeed when we came inside it went away. So if you were also subjected to that, my apologies, but it's over now. Nope, no buzzing. Okay, great. Alrighty, well, I think we ought to get going then. Oh, usually before the stream I do stuff up here like fill up the tanks, but I didn't do that beforehand, so actually ended up restarting the sim just like moments before going live. So let's get it's a beautiful. Oh yeah, the other thing is, so for a couple months we had the beautiful Fly Tampa Boston scenery in here, but weekend before last I essentially stripped everything off the computer and reinstalled Microsoft Flight Simulator from the ground up. Hey, Cold Nebo, welcome on in. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. And so then I've been putting, I'm now in the process of only putting back things into the sim as essential because, and it's running a lot better. So, I mean, I'm happy that I did that, but I was going to put the Fly Tampa Boston back in, and I can't find it. And I can't find, their website has an installer, but it wants a password that I don't have, and there's no reset your password link, and I can't even find like my credit card receipt for where I bought it, and I'm certainly not going to buy it again. At any rate, it's on the list to hopefully, actually Soundtrack, I think it's not on the list. We need to make sure that's on the list to find my Fly Tampa Boston so we can get it back in here. So at any rate, so I'm sorry for continuing to digress, but let's so we got fueled up. Let's get live weather on. It's not anywhere near as pretty as it is out here today. Hello, Microsoft Flight Simulator. There we go. Not nearly the kind of bright, sunny, shiny day in Boston that we thought it was. Alrighty, so I think we'll just jump into the before start checklist. Controls free and correct. There's ailerons, and here's elevator. And oh, look, we've got a working rudder as well. That's really nice. All right, trim set for takeoff. A little bit more nose up than that, not just a skosh. Flaps are up. Speed brakes retracted. They are. Parking brake on. That one always fools me because I got to go down here. So, yes, that is now on. And are these synced up? They are. Let's see. Parking brake on. Oh, no, somehow I got onto the. There we go. Fuel selector. Appropriate side per clock. Yeah, it's going to be the top of the hour pretty soon. We'll just leave that there. How does this? Oh, brother. Yeah, there's some things that were problematic with the old monitor that remain problematic. But fuel selector, throttle closed. Why are pedals vibrating? That doesn't make sense. I'll take my feet off of them. Prop pull forward. Mixture idle cutoff. Altimeter set. Oop, hello. There we go. No, we don't. What's going on? Hang on. There we go. Altimeter set. We're going to do that the quick way today just because we're already running late. Master alternator and avionics all off. Switches off. Breakers not modeled by Carnata. Gears down. We can do our engine start. So throttle full open. Oh, y'all are usually able to see that. I'm not sure why you can't. Okay. Throttle full open. Mixture rich. Master on. Alternator on. Master caution can come off. Oh, now look, that's weird. Now that we're back in the interior view, you can see my cursor. I didn't know that it wasn't visible in exterior view, but apparently that's the case. Okay. Sorry, where were we? Annunciator test. Do I have a view that... I don't think I have a view that lets me really see. Okay, there we go. That's our test button. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Beacon on. Fuel pump. Throttle back to idle. We'll lean out the window and say, clear prop. And then we're good to go. Ah, I love it when it cranks right up like that. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. After start. Throttle to around 800-ish. Really don't know why the POH wants it that low, but let's see. Oil pressure is in the green. Oil temp is going to take a while to warm up here in cold Boston. Hey, Sky Command is here. Welcome on in. Happy to have you here. Okay. What were we doing? We were doing, oh yeah, volt ammeter, positive charge. I see volts, I see amps, our battery's being charged. That is good news. Suction within limits. We got 4.3 inches of suction, which while it may not sound like much, it is clearly enough because our instrument has become erect. And now we can take the fuel pump off. And the rest of our engine instruments all look like where they normally would, burning about a gallon of fuel per hour at such a low idle. And no relation to Eddie Money. I am related to Keith Moon, however. Let's see. Engine instrument, jack, fuel flow indicator, jack. Right. Okay, we did that. Hey, avionics master. Oh. Can come on. Somehow I skipped the step where we switched the GPS over to the TDS. So let's get that going. And then we can come back here and get the avionics master on. And that should light up our GPS. Oh no. So there's the first time I am hearing in this stream that nasty audio buzz that we were getting last week intermittently. Oh, and it's gone away. So is it just me hearing that, or are you hearing that too? Because I have made no progress in trying to crackly, but it's gone now, yes? Planet Neutral, good to see you. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Okay. Well, we're going to see if the crackly comes back. Hopefully it does not. So let's go ahead and get this thing going here. And, right, so you could hear it, but it went away. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I have investigated Voicemeeter extensively, and I thought it was supposed to be a mixer, but it's only got 2 channels, so I don't know. I guess that's Banana, the free one, or I can buy it if I want. I currently use like 7 different channels, and I need them, so. Let's see, what were we, okay. We were going to do a flight plan, I think, was going to be our first step. And that is going to be, we're leaving Boston. We're going, our first waypoint. Let's see. Oh, I think, yes. I kind of changed the way that we go take a look at a browser or other window. I was just going to a full screen view, but now that the full screen view is 32 by 9, that won't work anymore. So I think this might work a little better. But this is our route. It's departing Boston on the Logan 4, which means they will vector us. Last I knew, they were using runway 9 for departures, so we'll be heading out this way to the east, and then they'll vector us around and probably give us direct to Manchester. VOR is our first waypoint. And hey, Magical Misfit, good to see you. Welcome in. And could be a different bit rate. That's a soundtrack. Take a note. Check bit rate. Soundtrack, have I mentioned lately that I love you? Oh my god. So they will probably give us a direct to Manchester, and then from Manchester, it's over here to the Keene waypoint, and from there we're flying the ILS runway 2 into Keene, New Hampshire. So our first waypoint is MANCH, Manchester. And that's not it. What did I do? Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's see. M-A. There we go. And there we go. And then it's to AEYNN. There we go. And then our last one is the airport at Keene, Dillon Hopkins Airport. And I've learned, as I'm reading the manual, as I am RTFMing and learning about the TDS GTN XI 750, and there's a new version available. I was not about to load that just before the stream, but I have learned that no, it's back. So I don't know. Those 2 times that it started up were coincidental with clicking something in the TDS GTN 750. Ooh, which interestingly, now that I think about it, the TDS 750's audio is not coming through with the simulator sounds, so we're not, like when it says TAWS, system test okay, we're not hearing that in the stream. So there may be some audio issue with the TDS. I'll have to check that out. Um, I think what I was saying, however, is that I learned that I can actually go ahead and load the approach now, and we won't activate it until we're actually at the point where we're ready to start the approach. Actually, when we've been cleared for the approach, but that we can put it in now. So one of the things, for those following along at home, it's under procedures from the main menu, and then approach, and then which approach are you going to fly at Keene, and we're taking the ILS-2. The thing that I forgot when I pre-flew this a couple hours ago is I forgot that you also get to select your transition, and I had not noticed that, so I had left it on vectors, which is not what we're doing. That's the that's a good question, Cold Nebo. Yeah, I think that's not coming through on the stream either. I'm definitely hearing it, but I think it's not going through on the stream. KW for Life, hi, welcome in. Good to have you here. So for the transition, we're actually KHOW is the IAF, the initial approach fix on the ILS runway 2 approach. So, and flying the course reversal. This is what I mentioned kind of at the top in the training materials from Boston from BVA. This is the hold in lieu of a procedure turn that we're going to do for our first time, sort of here. Okay, so now we load this approach, and it gives us a friendly warning that it's not blah 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 legal, something 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 legal something something. Yes, right. Yes. Okay. So now we're back to our flight plan, and if we so we have as we did before, we have up here the little magenta line indicates the current or next leg, which is Boston up to Manchester. Then after Manchester, it's to the Keene waypoint, and then our arrival. So none of this has changed, but now if we scroll down, the approach is now down here. It's not active, but it's waiting. So in other words, it's like, it's standing in the wings waiting for us to click activate approach, and then it will jump down and start flying these legs that are down here. And so that's the deal there. So, that's the wrong button. I wanted to go down to where we can see some taxi-like information here. Let's take a quick look at the weather. I think I have a different way of doing that setup now as well. Yes, there we go. So this is hours old. I need to refresh it. It's now, what, 2036? And this is so this is just from 40 minutes ago. Okay, well, that had nothing to do with the GPS, but it's back to it was when I switched to a different viewer window, wasn't it? Okay, we're gonna get that ironed out. Just probably not during this stream, and if it's too obnoxious for you to stand, I understand. I will not feel bad if you choose to watch a stream that's not having nasty crackly sound effects. Our updated ATIS here. Winds 320 at 9, 10 miles, overcast 800. Whoo! When I pre-flew this a couple hours ago, I was in thick soup shortly, on climb out. But then, I had filed for 6,000 and just coming up through 5,000, we broke out, and it was just a glorious, 40 minutes of cloud surfing, just kind of like right over the tops. Beautiful. Hopefully, it'll still be like that shortly, and hopefully shortly won't be much longer. Sorry, we'll see what we can do. So, RNAV approaches to 27. Oh, departing 33 left, so they have changed things. And the 27 glide slope is out. That's interesting. Okay, so departing 33 left. This means we're going to go back here and then over to here and reorient ourselves because boy, we really were expecting 9. So, but 3-3 left. Yeah, it's a it's a slightly longer taxi, but not all that different. But it'll also mean some differences. I mean, we'll be departing more or less in the direction that we're going, so it'll be less of a turn to get vectored onto our course to Manchester. So that's fine. But yeah, so that means I think we can probably expect Bravo all the way down to Charlie. Right. So we're starting up here at General Aviation. So we'll be coming all the way down. Can you see my cursor? And yes, you can see the cursor in this view. So we'll be going all the way down Bravo and hanging the right on Bravo, and we can probably expect, I don't know of any other way to get to 3 left. A left on Charlie and crossing 4 left and 4 right, and then Charlie and Delta split here, and we'll end up taking Charlie across Niner and all the way down to the end of Charlie. That's generally how we end up getting to 3-3 left. Okay, so there's the taxi we can expect. Let's just take another quick look at, because again, I was expecting this to fly heading at 9092, but if you're departing the 3-3s, it's 330 up to I think it's up to 4,000 unless they turn you before that, but at 4,000 turn to 316. Okay, so there's that part of that. We can go back there and come back here. So then that means we do want to let's get things bugged up over here. Hello? Oh, come on. Work with me, simulator. Thank you. So we are gonna bug up 3-3. Whoops. Other way there. And then we are expecting a course that is probably, well, it said that we'll probably get turned to 316. So we can put that there for now, at least as a placeholder. Let's see, we're going to need some frequencies. Oh dear, that doesn't seem to have been connected to anything I did. Again, my apologies. I'm so glad you're here, Rayburn. It gives me a oh no, soundtrack. Okay, we'll be here when you get back. It occurred to me that one of the things just now that one of the things I used to go to the desktop view for was so that y'all could see vPilot while I file my flight plan and that sort of thing, and I don't have that set up. Is that going to take a long time to set up? It's probably not. Bear with me one sec. Let's see if I can do that quickly. With a pilot. Okay. That should be okay. Let me go up here. Okay, that's good. And then I should be able to add, let's see. I just have to see what to add. Not that one. Hang on. Ooh, I think it's this one. We'll see if I'm doing this right. No. Yes. Good. Oh, you're seeing all this while I'm doing it, aren't you? I didn't realize. Oh well, that's the way that goes. Match time of same executable. That should work. Oh, if we put it right down here next to me, then it looks like I'm looking at it, doesn't it? Alrighty, there we go. Oh, and if the Yeah, if my monitor's any indication, that may be unreadable for you. Well, it's a new day, a new day. Hey, Tyro, welcome on in. Soundtrack, I think had to step away with a technical difficulty, but should be back shortly. Good to have you here, Tyro. Um, yeah, let me know if you can actually see that. I think it's just the low res on my monitor where I monitor the stream, but at any rate, let's go ahead and get connected and see if we can't get this underway. Ay, 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 ay. Center is still on. How long has he been on for? He's been on for an hour already. Hopefully he's planning a quas. How sweet it is of Quas to resubscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so very much. And a woohoo right back at you. And, oh, great, Soundtrack. Glad to have you back. Quas is here. And I know we're all waiting on tenterhooks for Quas to type something because we all want to hear the posh Quas. There it comes. Oh. Alrighty then. And our buzzing sound is back. Ay, ay, ay. If it's not one thing, it's another, I tell you. At least that's so far, the silver lining so far is that it's not happening every 10 seconds, and when it does happen, it's not persisting for long before it goes away. I hope that continues to be the case. If not, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so let's find out if our radios are working by tuning in our ATIS frequency here, which is 135 nothing. 35. Hey, now I'm hearing that.
1320 at Niner.
Yeah, it
Visibility
looks like
10.
you're hearing that really,
Ceiling
really loud.
800 overcast.
Hey.
Temperature 5. 2.4. Altimeter 2956. Area navigation runway 27 approach and use. Departing runway 33 left. All aircraft
something leaning on an audio cable.
Numerous construction cranes in the bottom area and in the vicinity of Logan Airport.
Let me actually get the ATIS. Oh wait, I think it's okay.
Boston Logan Airport ATIS information. 19540. 1320 at Niner. Visibility 10. Ceiling 800 overcast. Temperature 5. 2.4.
Okay.
Altimeter 2956.
Yep. Departing 33 left.
Runway 27 approach.
Runway 27.
Departing runway 33 left.
Clyde slope out of service. Okay, they left that out on. Okay. Great. So that's good. Let's we can. What are we going to need next? We're going to need center on 347. 3, 4, 7. There we go.
Boston Logan Airport ATIS information offer.
Okay, and there's our center controller on. So I'm going to go ahead and just mute them for now. Don't let me forget that they're muted when I try to make my call. Oh, Cold Nebo, I'm so glad something was finally able to penetrate. Oh no, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so we've got our weather there. But you know what? Let's while we're focused on weather, let's go ahead and take a look at the METAR for Keene just to see if it's changed much. 220 at 3. Oh boy. So here's the good news. We're flying the ILS runway 2 approach into Keene, and it looks like given the winds. How much? That's only 3 knots. Maybe we'll just take a 3-knot tailwind. But the other option that's mentioned in the materials is, of course, assuming we break out, above, so it's the minimums, it's 889 feet, assuming we have the runway in sight by then. And I don't remember the rules, but I think you need a little more than the mins to do a circle to land. But if this wind were much more than 3 knots, it would seem like the thing to do would be to circle to land 2-2, since that's right down the runway. But we got 10 miles. Oh, it has, so weather has improved. Weather has improved in Keene. It was overcast down at around 800 a couple hours ago, so it has now broken at 1500 overcast, 2200. So that is definitely looking much better. What were we about to do next? I see we're feeling keen. Yes, quite keen today, Quas. Absolutely keen. Keen is indeed the word. Keen was how I was feeling. I confessed before you arrived about having a chance to fly this in a dry run, because Boston Center is never on Thursday afternoons. But lo and behold, somebody decided that they would do center. I think there's actually there's a second person who's doing an approach as well. Yep, there's actually 2 people on, one on center and one on approach. Isn't that great? The Boston ARTCC VATSIM group is really an awesome bunch of folks, and I highly encourage any and everyone interested in flying on VATSIM to join the BVA group. Fine bunch of folks, very helpful, always there for one another and encouraging people. Okay, I don't think I can really justify delaying this any longer. Do I have any idea what I'm doing? Everything moving around with the whole monitor. Oh, Quas, you missed. Oh, look, an airplane. Oh, Quas, you missed the big news. After everybody's ridiculously generous outpouring of support on Peter Mooney Appreciation Day on the Sim Caesar channel, I went off the rails and applied the proceeds of that to a Samsung G9 1440p 32:9 monitor. And so everything in the setup changed except whatever it is that's causing that audio interference. But everything moved around on the desk, and so where I did have I had room for a big 8.5 by 11 legal pad before, so scroll down clearances. And I'm now limited to a 3 by 5 post-it note on the right on the edge of the desk here. So I'm going to have to be a little more conservative in writing small when I take down my my stuff. Bear with me one more moment. There's 2 things I got to take care of before we get going any further here. One is I can't stand. Oh, Tyro! Thank you so much for 100 bits. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And I could not stand seeing Cold Nebo's emotes coming out as text only. So that is now corrected. And then, so it's 8 minutes before 4. Oh, that's right. So on Tuesdays, I have kind of an understanding with Crafty Aviation, who covers Boston Center, that I will do my best to be in the air by 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 8 minutes from now. But it's not Tuesday, it's Thursday, and it's not Crafty on center, it's somebody else, so that's not so much of a worry. And there's a bunch more people here now, so I was going to do this at the beginning, but probably better that I waited until there were some more people here. And that's just a little moment of, oh, Cold Nebo, no worries, my pleasure, happy to do it. We'll just take a brief moment for a little promo here. Those of you who attend the Sunday Sim Caesar fly-alongs, hey, Vega Blue Sky, welcome on in. Good to have you. Sorry about the sound thing that's happening. It's in and out intermittently, and we're going to get to the... Oh, look, an airplane. We're going to get to it before next week somehow, I swear. If it kills us, we're going to do that. As I was about to, as I was just beginning to mention there, those of you who fly along on Sundays on the Sim Caesar channel with the big group fly-alongs every Sunday over there. Sim Caesar is on vacation this week until next audio ground loop. There we go. That's a good way of thinking of it. Sim Caesar's on vacation until next Tuesday. He will be back for T-Tail Tuesday next week. And in his absence, this coming Sunday, he has entrusted me with hosting a fly-along on this channel for the group. And so I think... so I have not tried this before. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I think that it will. If it doesn't, bear with me. But if it does, enjoy. Let's see. Yes, that's right. Next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2200 Zulu. How's the balance with the, is the music too loud? Can you hear me over the music? I don't know. I think the music needs to come down a little bit. There, yeah, I think that's better. Come and join us for 3 big fly-alongs in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You don't have to have any special add-ons. We won't be using VATSIM or Pilot Edge. None of that complicated stuff. It's just a fun day to enjoy flying along with a group of friends. All you need is a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It can be the Xbox version, the PC version, the Deluxe, the Standard, the Deluxe, the Ultra Deluxe, the Premium, Super Duper, Double Good, Plus Good, Ultra Deluxe, any version at all of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So join us here on the... Oh, and it's Peter Mooney proudly presents Sim Caesar Substitute presents the Sunday Fly-Along here on the Peter Mooney channel. So I hope we'll see you all there. Tell your friends, be there or be square. Look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for flying along. All right, so I have no... it's the first time I've ever done a kind of anything like that. So I guess, no, I will not. Sim Caesar giving me the password, his Stream Elements password, let alone his Twitch password, and his OBS password. I'm thinking that's not happening. So no, it will be here on this channel. And I will not be, I won't even be trying to do, like a vocal impersonation of him, because that's, when I try to impersonate Sim Caesar, I end up sounding like Dick Van Dyke after he had a stroke in the revival of Mary Poppins. Yes. So, hope you'll all be able to join us for that. So that's Sunday, same time, different channel. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I, as is always the case, I kind of feel like I'm, about to take that final long walk to the chamber. But it's really just, Tyro, that buzz, at least to me, sounds worse than usual. Tyro, it had not occurred to me that we could use Sim Caesar's voice Discord. I had just assumed we would be using mine since we're on my channel. I don't know that it makes a difference. Does it make a difference to anybody other than me? I still have to figure out how to get the audio from the voice Discord into the stream. That bridge remains to be crossed. But so I haven't. So Tyro, I should probably figure that out and just say one way or the other now. I'm gonna say no, that's fine. Yeah, let's just I can't think of any benefit to using Sim Caesar's voice description. Oh, except that you know what? Yes, hey. Tyra, thank you for bringing this question to light. I had not really thought it through, and trying to think on my feet, it occurs to me there may be people who are not members of my Discord, and while I would be delighted for everyone to join my Discord, it could be that there will be people who are used to flying along and aren't members, and so I think it would be better to use Sim Caesar's voice Discord. He doesn't have to be there. Yeah. So yeah. Let's actually plan on using the Sim Caesar voice Discord because we know that everybody who ordinarily joins the voice Discord is able to join that one, and they might not be able to join mine. And sometimes the invite to join my Discord doesn't work, at least the one that I can grab on the fly versus the one that comes up with the Discord command. If you're not already a member of the Peter Mooney Discord, by all means, ! Discord in the chat will give you the link that does work, and you can join. Okay. So my worst fear, I believe, is realized, and there's nothing more I can do to delay calling up and asking for a clearance. So let me just think through what it's going to be. It's going to be, on second thought, again, thinking on his feet. In this case, probably more like thinking with his feet. Let's go back to, now I have to find them. Let's go back to VPilot and file a flight plan, because we have not done that, and they are not going to give us a clearance without a flight plan. Now, oh, look, an airplane. I think I saved one for this. Boston to Keene. Let's see. No. Well, that's a pity. I guess we will just have to start from scratch. IFR flight plan. This, very exciting. We are, for the very first time, switching from slant alpha to slant golf. We're going from, oh, look, we can just use that swap to put Albany up there with Keene as an alternate. I mean, with Keene as our destination. Let me go. There's something kind of nearby here that... not Manchester. Come on, what is the, there's another little airport right around here. Oh. Grin, hi, welcome on in, and somehow when your welcome sound played, that triggered the worst of the. We've been having. Happy to have you here, Sigrid. And I'm sure it was pure coincidence that your entrance and the bot playing your welcome sound coincided with the worst of the sound problems we've been having, which is like a really loud buzzing. And my apologies if that buzzing. Oh, Rayburn. Is Rayburn going? Oh, Rayburn. Oh, I'm sorry, and I missed that when you said it. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for coming and sharing what time you could. Always a delight to see you, and hope to see you again soon. Hey, Rayburn, if you're still here, can you join us on Sunday for the fly-along? It would be great. Haven't seen you in a fly-along in a long time. Okay, I'll stop begging now. Find an alternate airport. I'm going to take a quick look at my VFR sectional, because I can never, for me, airports are really hard to find on the IFR charts. So, yes, that's smart. AFN. Okay, that seems really weird, but we'll, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. There's a much better choice down here. Gardner. We'll go to Gardner. Okay. Let me get back on my that chart back on there, and then we can go back to where all of y'all are over here on the flight plan, and our alternate is going to be our KDM. And it's now 16:21. It's 21. It's 21:03 now. 21:20 is probably optimistic, but we'll see. We got 5 hours of fuel on board. We're going to be cruising at 150. This is an odd number cruising altitude. We are going west, and east is odd, but west is even odder. So this needs to be 6,000, not 7. And our route is not that. Our route is easily copyable from somewhere. Well, oh yeah, no, I can copy it from here, can't I think. Let's see. That would seem to be that. Bear with me 1 sec. I'm just going to go take a quick look. You can come along and take a quick look at the training materials, because it seemed like there was something else they mentioned in the route. I don't think it was. You certainly don't put your approach request in the route you file, so it's not that. I don't think so. We're expecting the Logan for departure, but I don't think I put that in my route either. Quas? I don't need to put my departure in, because I mean they'll assign that with the clearance, right? There's no reason to file it, is there? I don't think so. In KHO. The KHO is part of the approach, so it wouldn't have been anywhere in there. I could have, I appreciate your patience. I could have sworn that there was something in here about, yeah, it mentions that we'll be flying the Logan 4, but, yeah, uh-huh, so, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, no, okay, I guess we're fine. We'll just go back here and come back to here, and, ha 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 ha, good one, Magical Misfit. Yes. Yep, it takes me an awfully long time to get my ducks in a row and get ready and set up. But there's that coupled with that. For me, it's an avoidance device, because I am mic shy prior to my first ATC call, and then I'm fine after the first one. Okay, so back to, let's see. Oh, we were there, but now we're at where was it? Sorry, okay, here we go. Hi, Mustix. Welcome on in. As usual, I have been foot dragging for an hour, so you're home from work before we're making our first radio call up. Oh, Magical Misfit. It's good to know. It's good to know I'm not alone in my terror. Flight plan. That's what we're doing, is a flight plan. Why are you not seeing my flight plan? Oh, that's weird. I'm looking at the stream. You've got my vPilot window, but not the flight plan window that opens on top of it. I'm sorry. So all the while I was putting in the flight plan here, I thought you were seeing it, and you're not. You're just seeing the plain vPilot screen. Soundtrack, I am so sorry. Could you take I need to do something about that. The vPilot flight plan window not showing on the vPilot scene. Well, okay. Well, we've got slant golf. This is all in here. Wing. I just need to change it to wings IFR number 6 instead of number 5. And, you know, I think that's everything we need to do. If it's not, they'll tell us and we'll learn. So I'm going to take a sec to save that, and then we can click File. So that's now flight plan filed. All right, that part you do get to see. Kevozenji, thank you so much for the resubscription. That's absolutely wonderful. I appreciate it so much. Let's go back to here and oh, good. There's the alert coming through. Oh no, that's Wills O'Nance. Cheering 41 bits. Hi, Wills. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. You have arrived about an hour into the stream. Smart if you came here to see anything even getting close to flying. Soundtrack. Thank you for 41 bits. That's absolutely wonderful. Okay, one more cough to clear my throat, and then we'll just call them up and get this underway. Oh, and while I was dilly-dallying, in addition to Boston Center and approach, there's now a third controller on doing ground. So we won't be calling center. That means we will need to call ground on. Are they there? Let's see. Boston Center, Boston ground. 121.9. Oh, they're on point. It's ground .9er, if I recall correctly. Hey, Fenrir's here as well. Gosh, all the cool kids coming in. I'm just a little bit lost here. 21.9 is what we're doing here. So, and we had 135 in there to get the ATIS. Should we let me just do a quick check and make sure Oscar, no, Quebec is now current. I've got Quebec on the screen. There's no need for us to listen to it. Has anything changed? Still 320 at 12, 10, overcast 12. Altimeter went up a little bit. Oh, now approaches to 27 and 32, departing runway. Still departing 33 left. Okay. So that's yeah, that should be fine. But it is, just make note that I now have Quebec. And so we need ground. 1219er. That's what we were saying before. 219er. And we'll pop it in there. And I need to unmute VPilot or none of us will hear them. Okay, so that's the ground frequency. And then 34.7, I tell you what, let's pop the ATIS back in here. 3.5 nothing, is that what it is? Yeah. I just want to pop it back in there to make sure we're hearing it. Good. We are. Okay.
Report.
So now we're on
21.9er,
and that's our ground frequency. We should be ready to make our call. So it's going to be Mooney 8080 Alpha, IFR clearance to Keen for Wings IFR number 6. I think that's all he needs. He doesn't need to know where I am or what I have or any of that. So, here goes. Let's just take one more quick look at, again, you can't see the thing, but there's a mic and that and those. Okay, yep, I just wanted to check my audio settings in VPilot because, again, things changed since last week. Soundtrack, no, I just unmuted it, and that's what we went to. We went over here and listened to, if it were still muted, we would not be hearing the ATIS on here. I'm hearing the ATIS. Are you hearing the ATIS? I just want to double check. Now you made me nervous. It's Soundtrack's fault now that we're not in the air. Okay, good. So you are hearing the ATIS, and that means we're not hearing anything on ground because there's nobody talking. But we're now gonna talk, and he'll probably have to check with center as to whether or not center is going to be on long enough to do the flight. So we'll probably have to hold a second or two to get our clearance. Okay. Other than that, do I need to? You know what? Just need to shift my new sticky note system here a little bit so I can write on more of it. Oh no! What is there? Oh. Let's see. Oh gosh, so that little beep, 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 we just got a text message from Boston Center saying, have a good one. I hope that doesn't mean they're logging off. I hope that means have a good flight. We'll find out now. What did I, oh no, what happened? What language? Oh, cool. Indeed. Okay. There's a nice audio buzz. Maybe that will prevent him from hearing me and he won't be able to give me a clearance. So we'll just go ahead and call up. Oh, my little V-pilot. Oh, that's really cool. I have never seen that before. The little taskbar icon for V-pilot was blinking at me to let me know I had a message. That's great. It had not done that in the past. Okay. All right. I think we really just have to do this. Yeah. So sorry. We're on ground. Yep. There's not any reason I can think of not to. Okay. So this should work. Boston Ground Warrior, Mooney 8080 Alpha IFR clearance to Keene for wings IFR number 6.
Mooney 8080 Alpha, Boston Ground, hello. Unfortunately, Boston Center is closing in 15 minutes.
Gotcha. All right.
So
thanks
we'll
for the ATC.
Flight.
We'll do a dry run and check you out next week. So, what have a good one from center in a text message meant was to have a good day.
Mooney 8080.
I think we probably will, but we'll probably just disconnect and do it offline. All right, thanks. You too.
Okay, have a great night.
Well, he was nice. Let's see. What did I miss in chat over here? Oh, Cold Nebo, please. there be. Okay. I have no idea what's going on in chat. Soundtrack, is everybody okay in there? I'm sure they are. So, I don't, I think I'm supposed to know how to, I was going to try to, it's one of the things on the list is learn how to send a text message in VPilot, because but I don't know. So I would reply to him there, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. Okay, there we are, disconnected. And we will just go ahead and fly this flight, not on the network. Let me get back over here, and oh, look, the weather's changing a little bit. Shall we just, I think we should just, we'll go ahead and, let's, we will pretend that he gave us a clearance, which is going to be cleared to the Keene airport via the Logan 4 departure, vectors, then is filed, or probably climbed to 4,000, expect 6,000, probably 10 minutes after departure, and then is filed, and what else do they always tell us on those things? Yeah, that's probably so. We would read that back, and they would say read back correct, and then we would get ready to taxi, and then we'd call for our taxi. So let's get ready to taxi. Oh, look, an airplane taxiing. We've done that. We've done that. We've done all of that. So we can now do our before taxi checks. Radios set and preset. Are we going to bother with all the frequencies? We probably should, just to. So that was ground, who we'd be calling back for our taxi, but he's going to. So tower would be next, but tower. So ground is not covering tower, so ground would be covered by. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm disconnected, I don't have the frequencies anymore. Well, it's 134.7, so we could put. Let's not bother with pretending on the comms side of the radios. We're gonna need the nav side to actually fly the flight, but so we'll just we won't real pretend with the comm radios. We'll pretend with the comm radios. So before taxis. Radio set, transponder, mode C. We can go ahead and switch this over to altitude reporting. Should go to ground. Yep, good. It's in ground mode. That's good. Instruments checked. Yeah, altimeter is still where we need it. These are bugged the way we want them. Engine instruments, it's already on we've burned a gallon out of the left. Let's just go ahead and we're on the right side of the clock, so let's go ahead and switch this over. What else do we want to do? See, okay, so let's see. Lights for taxiing. We want landing and taxi, nav, and recognition. Those can all come on. We'll save the strobes for when we're crossing the runways. Parking brake off. We should check our brakes. Let me make sure that I am kind of a little bit positioned appropriately here for driving this thing on the ground. Let's see if it rolls. It does roll. Right toe brake working. Left toe brake. Hey, we got differential brakes. That's good. So let's yeah, so we'll call it for taxi. He's going to give us, again, I predict taxi Bravo, taxi runway 33 left via Bravo, Charlie, hold short, 4 left at Charlie is going to be our taxi instruction. That's fine. So let's do that. Can you believe it? Only an hour and 20 minutes, and we're moving. Ha ha ha. Get a little bit of a broader view for the taxi here. Come on, honey. My feet are not on the brakes, I swear. Cut over to Bravo, pretty much wherever we want here. Yeah, we can. Alrighty. Cold Nebo, what did I miss? I'm sorry. Is that Daddy Scooby or Daddy's Cooby? I don't know. Ahead of us there. Cold Nebo made a reference that he thought would register but didn't. Ready for bot storms. I have to see if I can keep this on the taxiway and not go too fast and figure out what this is about. Let's see. Save the strobes. Okay. Wait. Oh, you mean briefing the approach plate? I'm completely lost with what's happening in chat, but I am not lost over Siren cheering 100 bits. My gosh, thank you, Siren. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much, and welcome on in. Good to have you here. I trust your lesser is your lesser half taking a nap like he's supposed to, or and are you supposed to be working? No. It's good to see you and happy you are here. We're at Boston. We are doing a dry run of IFR number 6 because Center is going offline soon and won't be here for the hour. It will take. Maybe everyone blocked it out. Remember the whole jump seat quas sim? Oh, that approach briefing thing. Oh, is that so? So yes, at least I have found a thread with which to grasp whatever this conversation is about. Because that's a conversation that is burned into my memory permanently. Let's slow down just a bit here, because I think that is now I can't see. Okay, good. That's Quebec. I did not mean to stop, but I stopped anyway. Come on, sweetie, you can go. So that's Quebec. How far do we have to go to Charlie? I think Foxtrot's first and then Charlie. What does this say? We're not quite at Quebec. Foxtrot is next. And we don't want to turn till Charlie, so that's good. And we're still moving. Wait, is this Quebec? Well, at any rate, we're going forward. I liked this a little better. Oh, we're on Bravo, and we're crossing Foxtrot. That's good. That's where we want to be. And then Charlie is a little further on down here. Yeah. So this should be Charlie coming up. I can't quite read that sign. Yes, I can. That actually is Charlie. Yay. Yay for 1440p. Woohoo! And as soon as we turn onto Charlie here, we're going to have to hold short of 4 left. Boop! There we go. All right, so then we'll talk to Tower again, and they're going to clear us across 4 left and 4 right in all likelihood. I don't see anybody coming, so let's just say they did clear us across 4 left and 4 right. Magical Misfit. It must have been before you came in that I was thanking everybody who participated in Peter Mooney Appreciation Day, which would include Siren, for their ridiculous generosity, and that I went off the rails and used the proceeds from Peter Mooney Appreciation Day to get a Samsung G9. So it's the it's 1440p, and the aspect ratio, instead of 9:16, it's 9:32, so it's essentially a double wide. And so far I'm loving it. It's a pity that this we're gonna get to 4 right eventually here, right? Yeah. So even though they cleared us across both, we're still gonna be good pilots and make sure nobody is coming. So now we're across 4 left, which means I think we got one more run. No, I think we get the Charlie Delta split next before we cross. Must be 9 or 27, one of those. Oh yeah, is that maybe Mike turning off to the left? And then we got, I think we got the split coming up ahead here. Of course, that's not going to tell us because, whoa! Let's slow it down again just a little bit here. Yep, here comes the Charlie Delta split. Whoa! And if I can find, cursor's not working because I had the mouse for the other keyboard. Yep, I thought there was another runway to cross up here, and there is, and it's 927, as I was kind of thinking. So let's take a look. Right, so we're gonna have to cross these, and then it's just down to the end and on to 33 left. All righty then. We'll wait for Tower to give us a call. For anybody who just joined, we're not able to get ATC coverage, so we're doing an off-network dry run of this flight. And I don't see anybody coming, so we're going to pretend that Tower has cleared us to cross 9 and hold short of 33 left, which is our departure runway. Oh, I love taxiing at Boston. 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 Fake it till you make it, right? Okie dokie then. I wonder where Daddy Scooby is off to today. Oh, there's Astro Charles over there somewhere. We know Astro Charles. P-28U. It's a Piper. Part of the Cherokee-ish family. I forget what the U is, though. Probably one of those. Well, that might even be like, a Comanche or Seneca or Seminole. One of them. I could look it up. I'm not going to. He's on the ground somewhere. I think what's over that way. I'm not sure. Okay. So here we go. Should be a hold short line coming up. There it is. So we're going to hold short of 33 left till we get our landing clearance. And let's do our before takeoff checklist. So flaps. Let's have a notch of flaps. Trim is good where it is. Mixture's rich. Props full forward. Fuel pump on. Ooh, I didn't hear it come on. Did it? Come on. Oh, it didn't because I wasn't over there. There's our fuel pump. Bump. Oh, let's see. I did that again. So there's our fuel pump on. Instruments checked and set. Altimeter. There's our altimeter. Fine adjustment there. Keep this thing as okay. Switches as required. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to put on my strobes for each of those runways that we crossed. Shame on me, but we will certainly put them on now. And I've added an item to the checklist, which is to set our chrono, and I have no idea how to do it. That was also on the list is learn how to set the clock. Let's see. Does that say GMT and then LT and ET? Well, that resets something. Is it 2057 GMT? No. Is this a... Oh, hey, it looks like it's counting something up. ET elapsed time. There we go. All righty. Well, we seem to have stumbled our way through yet another procedure. I think we could probably set chrono, strobes on, switches, lights as required. Yep, all that's fine. Just a reminder of our V speeds and stall speeds. And yeah, so after takeoff checklist is next. Okay, let's. So we're gonna pretend we talked to Tower, and Tower cleared us for a departure here. None of those people are anywhere nearby. So, ladies and gentlemen, and all gentle beings, here we go. Let's do this. Let's head on up to Keene, New Hampshire. On this dry run of Boston Wings, IFR number 6. So, get lined up here. That looks pretty much lined up-ish to me, so let's give it a whirl. Hi. We got oh, airspeed live. There's 80. We can little bit of pullback auto bring it right on off. Yep. We still got a mile of runway, so we're gonna keep the gear down in case the engine dies. I don't think it's going to. Neither do you, but there's no need to pull it up if there's any chance we might have to land. And are we at midfield yet? I can't tell because I forgot to put this back where it belongs. There we go. Well, we're not quite maintaining runway heading, are we? Ha ha! Sloppy pilot flies sloppily. Okay, well, we're definitely out of usable runway now, so gear can come on up. And a little bit more. Oh, we're about to go into the clouds already, aren't we? Oh my gosh, something's happening. Hey, all right, we got a new follower who I can almost read. Vante649. Welcome to the madhouse. Pay no attention to the man who's flying badly off course. We can do our after takeoff checks, which includes flaps up. Power set for climb. Oil temp has come up where we were hoping it would. Fuel pump can come off. Hey, and Top Gun 144 also following. Thank you so much. And so then that means, let's see, landing and taxi lights can also come off at this point. And we are heading right on into the soup. Let's go ahead and get the autopilot on, and let's do heading mode for the moment. Try and get a little bit back. Well, no, that's saying the course is to our right, so I won't go too far that way. At this point, Tower would have handed us off to departure. They would probably have given us a vector. For those of you just coming in, we're doing a dress rehearsal of a challenge flight with VATSIM, the VATSIM Boston group. And unfortunately, Boston Center was going offline just as we got ready to start. So we'll be doing this flight for real next Tuesday. And so today, like I said, we're just doing a dry run. Let's see, we're up to 3,000 by now. They would probably be vectoring us over toward our course, which I think the CDI is suggesting is somewhere over there to our right. Oh, it is, and we're way to the right. So they would probably have given us, departure would probably have given us a vector somewhere over this way to sort of end up heading back toward our course. Probably not that steep an intercept, but something to that effect. And we're coming up on 4, and it looks like we're probably going to climb through this overcast layer. Like I said, when I pre-flew this earlier today, it was absolutely gorgeous. Wait. Ha! Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on chat. Oh, look at these clouds. That's just gorgeous, isn't it? Oh my. I think we're gonna, might be a little bit soupy inside this one. And we're up to 5,000. Our cruise is 6, so we'll be leveling out before too long. Well, Quas, center went offline. So we're doing this offline rather than on. But yes, Kevo Zenji, I would have to agree with you. This plane is so easy that it only makes total incompetents like myself make it look hard. Let's switch over to nav mode because we already flew through the course line there. So that ought to bring us back. And yeah, it's looking like we will probably get to do some cloud surfing on top here once we get up to 6,000. So that'll be lovely, and it will give me a chance to catch up on chat. So soundtrack, believe it or not, I still don't have a cruise checklist, but whoops, that snuck right up on me, that 6,000. There we go. We'll see if the autopilot will just level it out there. I think it will. It will. And so, yes, the floppy wicks indeed. Fallen Up's talking about those little static wicks out there on the wings. They're also on the tail, and they flutter in the wind. I think I have a nice view of my tail. Let's see if I do. Do I? I do. Yeah, there we can see those our static wicks fluttering in the wind. And look, check out these clouds. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is just gorgeous up here. Now I know I can see Soundtrack over there in the corner worrying, oh, here he goes looking at the scenery again instead of doing his cruise checklist. So we are going to pretend to be good pilots, and even though we have not yet actually typed up our cruise checklist, we know that it involves, we already did flaps up and climb power and fuel pump off and landing gear and all that. So we're going to set cruise power probably around in the range of 19 to 20 inches and around 2,000 RPM, generally down in that area. And we can go ahead once those start getting down there and do some leaning. Look how obscenely rich our mixture is. Wow. Oh, okay. So there's just a little rich of peak, but notice how that brought our fuel flow down from 18, 19 gallons an hour to more like closer to 12. So we get to 1990, 2000, something around in there. Should be acceptable. Boop. Alrighty, yeah, 12 gallons. We like that. And it's already we're already in the left side of the hour. I should have switched fuel a while ago, but we were busy. We were busy climbing out at that point, so we didn't do it. But fuel pump on. Switch tanks. Pump can come back off. That's good. So we're just, a little bit more in the left now, and it's the left side of the hour, so we'll leave it on there for a while. That, I think, is our cruise checks. Really do need to get those written down. Yeah, we'll do that soon. So there's an update to the Seneca. And yes, Kevo, you and Soundtrack are both just in love with this panel. I mean, I love this panel too. It's, what's not to love? The layout's really great. It's easy. For me, it's easy to read everything but the HSI. I just have the numbers are just a little smaller. It's much better at 1440p than it was at 1080. but also the monitor is smaller, so I have retained my little six-pack zoom-in view that lets me get a clear view of those. But so that's good. All right, so it looks like we might be getting back into some clouds here. That's fine. We are pretending we are on an IFR flight plan and in contact with center, so that's all fine. Let's see what's next. Oh, I was gonna just look. I was gonna take a peep down here at the GPS because. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is, I think, is an old leftover frequency that's in here, but whoops, that's not what I meant to click. I meant to switch them because I'm going to double check my chart, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see, I can close Boston charts, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, 108.9 is indeed the localizer on the ILS runway 2 at Keene where we're going, so that's good to have that in there already. And so we're on our Boston to Manchester leg, it's indicated here. Now that's interesting, it's still in terminal mode. I would have thought, are we still inside the Bravo? I would have thought by now, oh look, we're still inside the Bravo. So that's why it's still in terminal mode. That makes sense to me. I guess this is zoomed in a little more than I realized it was. What else about that? So it's telling us we've got 17 miles to go to our next waypoint, which is Manchester. And, was Manchester, I think we were having some DME. Is Manchester, let me go back to, that's, okay, here we go. Manchester is, the VOR is on 114.4. Let's put 114.4 in here and see what we get. What do you know? That our DME is slaved to. What is it? No, so actually, is this reading it from? No, that's probably it's reading it off the right. It's not. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Sorry. But we're getting our DME is matching what we got in the GPS here. That always gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling about what's going on. So let's see what else. Anything else that we need to be thinking about at the moment? We've now exited the Bravo, so I'm really expecting to see en route over here, but maybe not. Is there? Are we not yet 30 miles away from Boston? Is that why we're still? Let's see. Where does this show us? Yeah, no, okay. Well, we'll keep an eye on that and see when it does swing over to en route. The TDS update that I've not downloaded yet, but will before next week, has something to do with this available glide area. They've now apparently hooked up, made the connection between the TDS 750 and the autopilot as far as like best glide. So that may be interesting. we'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, well, we should probably. Oh, I was going to say we should look outside just as we're heading right back into the soup. So there's that. And do we have? Hello. It's soup all around. We do. I don't know why my drone camera seems to be behaving strangely. Well, maybe not. That might look cooler without name tags. What do you think? Oh, we're at a crab. We're crabbing. That's why it looks strange to me. Okay. Oh, I see. There we go. Not quite as noisy inside. HRG Scoop. Hello. Welcome on in. Happy to have you here. We're in the Coronado Mooney en route from Boston up to Keene, New Hampshire, flying IFR. In the clouds at the moment. We've been kind of popping in and out. It's been a gorgeous sky. And we're getting, let's see, we're only 7 miles from Manchester now. So we're going to anticipate the GPS telling the autopilot to make our turn for us. And yeah, so far it's going good. There's a beautiful breakout in that. Look at, and you can even see the ground a little bit over there. This is gorgeous, I tell you what. It's a great day for flying. Oh, come on. I don't have the, there we go. Let's see. What were we doing other than having fun? We were probably wanting to take a look at what's going on down here. So 4.5 miles from Manchester, we got an alternate. I thought the Manchester VOR was on the field at Manchester, so I don't know why it's giving us this little alternate line here. That seems odd. But, I don't know, maybe not. NH54. Oh, hang on, oh no, I see, that's just our, Manchester. Okay, is just a VOR. My bad. Silly me. Okay. Aren't they spun dot? My gosh. Oh, spun dot. I meant to mention at the beginning of the stream when you came in that I saw your Discord message, but it was only moments before the stream start, and so I didn't. We will figure out that thing that we're not sure how to do. I mean, I know how I do it, but I give Discord their monthly fee to let me manage large files, and so we'll figure out some other way. I don't want to give away what we're talking about, although a few people in here probably have figured it out already. But we will work that out this evening. Okay, 1.2 miles from Manchester. So if I know this GPS at all, it's going to start our turn. Hey, all right, about now. Let's actually go. No. There we go. Oh, my. It is a great day for flying. Isn't that lovely? Goodness gracious. With some remnants of snow on the ground. My late husband and I lived up in this part of the country for about 4 years, and I absolutely loved it. That was long before I got my private pilot license, and so I never got to fly little airplanes up here, but boy, this is sure making me wish I had. Whew-wee. Microsoft Scenery Simulator at its best. There we go. Wow. It's not going to be too long before it's time for us to start thinking through and looking at this approach in Keene. I should probably get the approach chart up on, certainly up on my screen where I can see it. It's, I think if I've zoomed in a little more, so hopefully y'all can see it as well. So this is our, oh, hang on. So sorry about that. This is our ILS runway 2 approach at Dillon Hopkins, Keene, New Hampshire. And so this is runway 2, which is probably where we're going to end up landing. So here's our little cone for the ILS. There is a hold depicted on the chart here, and so the way this approach works, as I understand it, is it can be flown from either of two initial approach fixes. One initial approach fix is the Gardner VOR over here, and that would be the Gardner transition to the ILS-2. And if you're flying the Gardner transition, because you're coming in on a fairly shallow angle to the ILS path, it has this no PT, no procedure turn marked here, meaning you don't have to worry about a turn to get you aligned. You'll just fly the 323 radial outbound from Gardner until you intercept the ILS, and then you just turn on course to 018 and fly the ILS down to the airport. However, the other initial approach fix is KHOW. Here we go, KHOW over here. So the way we are going to be approaching this is we'll be coming in from over here a little bit definitely to the east, but well north of Gardner. And so the idea is that you fly direct to the initial approach fix here at KHOW. Hey! Where's the beef? It's what's for dinner, and where's the beef? The beef is right here. Welcome on in, barbecue beef. Good to see you. I was just explaining about to explain that we're gonna try our hand for the first time ever, at least on stream. I did it. I've tried it twice before offline, and the first time it worked, and the second time it didn't. But we're gonna try and use the TDS 750 to fly what's called a hold in lieu of procedure turn. So some approach plates have a procedure turn depicted where whatever course you're coming in at, there's then a specified turn that you make to line up. But in cases like this one, where there's already a hold depicted on the approach plate, like in case you're too high and you need to lose altitude, you could use the hold for that descent. Or if ATC needs to hold you because of something else going on at the field, they would use this hold. So since the hold is already here, and since we're going to be approaching it from the northeast over here, rather than add a procedure turn to the plate, this HILOPT, H-I-L-O-P-T, hold in lieu of procedure turn, simply means that we'll come down here and then we'll join the hold and use that to get us turned around and head back toward the runway over there. So our minimums before KHOW, we need to be between 4,900 and 3,100. Can't go below 3,100 until we're at KHOW, and then at KHOW is where we start our descent and continue on down to those. I'm going to make this a little smaller for me to be able to see more of it while we're actually, flying this. And then we're going to go back to the airplane, back to where y'all can see the airplane anyway. Maybe take a quick look outside and see what's going on. Still looking cloudy, and we're how far away? We're only 13 miles from, can that be right? Only 13 miles from, where are we going from Keene? I'm going to start us on down to at least get down to about 4,000 or so. So let's see if we go to vertical speed mode here. We're just going to head on down at about 1,000 feet a minute because I think I might have left this a little late. if it's going to take vertical speed mode, will ya? Come on, honey. There we go. Boom! Nobody asked you for 2,000 feet a minute down. Come on. Oh, come now. Oh, there we go. I love the Mooney panel, but oh, come on. The little okay, I think that's looking a little better. Okay. So we're gonna head on down to about 4,000. This little guy here, I'm having trouble figuring out exactly what's going on in the communications between the sim and my Honeycomb Bravo quadrant. It seems like the main autopilot panel and the Bravo seem to be talking okay and usually understanding each other, but this little guy over here is a complete no-go. It's getting dark. Oh, because we're back in the soup. All righty. Well, hey, Mad Meredith, welcome on in. Good to see you. Okay, so yeah, so we're flying IFR from Boston into Keene, New Hampshire, and we're getting ourselves set up to fly the runway 2 ILS approach into Keene. And I really don't know how to how to do it with the TDS here. I've got the approach is loaded, and the thing that kind of seems to trip me up is when to activate it. We've got this cool chart feature here in the TDS that was not working for me before, but I managed to get it working. So once we get close enough, our legs are actually depicted on a copy of the chart. This is the one, so I'm reassessing the TDS and its usefulness for these flights overall, because it has this lovely built-in chart, and this lovely built-in chart is out of date, as is everything else AIRAC related in the TDS, because the database is now 1.5 years old, and it doesn't make a difference for probably 95% of the flying I will do over time, but when it comes to doing something specific for a flight like this, I think it's actually going to be maybe a problem, but we'll see. But it's yep. So it's depicting our current route as coming into Cahow and then hanging a right to go all the way into the airport, and then turning on a dime and heading back out to do the approach from Cahow, we will not be doing that. We will be sorry, hang on. It's I have to figure out when to activate the approach, because the approach will actually I think this is still zoomed in a little bit far. There we go. I think that if I activate it once we're around somewhere around in here, I think we'll have it turn to Cahow and then fly the turn and head us back in. The first time I tried it, it did that. Then when I tried it a second time earlier today, that first time was 4 or 5 days ago. When I tried it earlier today, I think I activated it too early and it did something else. I think it was going to just go to Cahow and then hang a right, which you're not supposed to do because the angle is greater than, or is, well, in this case, less than, well, your turn would be greater than 270. You get what I'm saying. It's if you're coming in this way, it's too tight a turn to, you can't, in other words, you can't join the localizer when you're essentially flying outbound. So you have to essentially join it outbound and then do this turn, this hold in lieu of procedure turn to realign, to get yourself turned around and head back in. Oh, barbecue beef, that is, oh, wow, Quas. Are you here, Quas? Quas, 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 quas. Oh, I can't say quas fast like some people do. Arch NDA rating with a party of 12. My gosh, welcome Raiders. Happy to have you here. Arch, how was your stream? I lurked for a little while, but only a very little while because I was far too busy worrying about this flight that we're now doing offline because Boston went offline. So we're not doing it. We're not doing the Wings IFR number 6 challenge flight today, but we're doing like a practice run of it. And yep, still in the soup out here. Oh, and we somehow, for some reason, our descent stopped a little bit short of 4,000. Let's see if we can just sneak it on down to 4,000. How close are we? Oh, we're still 28 miles to go. Yeah, 4,000 is fine for now then. Okay. Can it really be 20? Oh, no, that's... So the DME is now measuring something else. Oh, it's because we didn't change this over. Ha, 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 ha. And because that's the localizer, I guess it's probably not going to pick it up for DME purposes. But so we are not 29 miles away. We are, let's go back here where we get our numbers. Yeah, only 10 miles out from Keene, and we're gonna see if we can trick the airplane into flying our approach for us. We're gonna have to see how that goes. If you'll bear with me, I do just want to zoom in and see if I can see. It's the only thing I don't like about this chart feature is that it does make it really hard to see what the planned legs are. Like, I'm actually not seeing that it's planning this. I'm gonna go to menu and turn this chart thing off for a moment. Oh, okay, right. So this is what it's got in mind for us now for some reason, which is nothing like what we're actually going to do. The approach we're going to do takes us down here to KHAL. But, okay. I see. Oh, so it's this, so right. Because what's currently loaded in the flight plan is from our previous waypoint of Manchester, our next waypoint is Keene Airport. And the way it's going to get us there is doing this thing up here that's not happening. So as soon as I activate the approach, it should delete all of that. And what we'll see instead is a turn to get us onto this outbound course on the localizer. Then when we get to KHAL, which is the initial approach fix, then it's going to do this teardrop to turn us around and put us back inbound on the ILS. And then we'll fly the ILS in from there, I think. And again, it seems, I don't think that was me. I think that was a little air pocket outside. Isn't that nice? That was one of those weather changes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, wasn't it? Yep, that's what it was. Lovely. Thanks, Asoba. Mwet, hi, welcome on in. Bonjour or bonsoir. Depends on where you are. It's still light outside. I'm going with bonjour. Well, I'm not going to obsess on that when I have an approach to fly. The thing that I'm not clear about now is when to activate the approach. Now, if we were talking to 5 p.m. So when do you make the switch from bonjour to bonsoir? Is it around 5, or do you wait until it's dark, or I don't know. I don't know when to make the switch from the course that's already in here to activating the approach. Now, I think if I were talking to ACT, I don't think I would actually activate the approach until after I was cleared for it. But that part's kind of murky for me too, because if I don't do something before we get here, it's going to make this right turn that we don't want. So I think let's just this is why I was hoping we wouldn't have ATC on today, because I think we want to go down here to our approach and vectors to final. No, wait, activate approach. Hey, there we go. So it did switch this up to our next leg, taking us down here to the IAF, and then it's going to do this turn. Ladies and gentlemen, and all gentle beings, I could be wrong, but I think this is going to work out. We shall see. Our visibility certainly dramatically improved with that change to the weather in the simulator, so that's nice. Let's see. Our speed. Oh, hey! Wow! Count Duckula 1. I love your screen name, and I'm delighted to have you following the channel. Welcome on in. There are a number of Goose fans here, but we have I'm sure we have a number of Duck fans as well. So what's going on down here now? Yep, it's looking like it's going to take us where we want it to take us, to KHAL. So now at KHAL, we can be at 3100. So I'm going to start getting us down a little more as well, if it'll behave. It looks like it'll behave. Thank you. We're going to head on down to probably around 3200 or so. And then at KHAL is where we actually want to. Well, we intercept the glide slope 5.8 miles after KHAL at Jergy, which on this old chart that's in the TDS is identified as Swan. Also, we've got duck and goose people in the chat, and we're about to head to a waypoint called Swan. I love it. Why this vertical speed will not keep doing what I ask it to is beyond me. No, don't you back up. You stay where I put you. You hear me? Ah! Okay. There we go. What did I just say? I just said 32, between 31 and 32. I think that's probably good enough about there. You don't want to go below 31, okay? And what's it doing to us over here? Giving us a message, right? So it's about to start this. It's going back to terminal mode, and it's about to put us into this turn. Yes, look at that. Did you see it turn magenta? Oh! It's gonna fly this turn for us. I'm so happy. Oh. So, after the turn, we'll be inbound to Cato. Oh, sorry. That's me forgetting to click on the other thing that I want to zoom in. Inbound, oh, so actually, no, the turn is going to end us up at KHAL. And then from KHAL to Jergy, we got 5.8 miles. And we want to be at 2600 at Jergy. And, okay, so I think I'm good with that. Right? So it's flying this turn. I am so excited. Krubarix, I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. Soundtrack, thank you for the reminder. I will do that in just a moment. Krubarix, welcome on in. Good to have you here. And the Islander, I like the look of it. I haven't gotten it yet. I probably will eventually. But currently I'm in the middle of a love affair with the Mooney. So Soundtrack, on the flight recorder, now that it's all on one monitor, I'm about to try. I've had it open but not recording since before the stream started, and I think that the button on my stream deck, yes, I don't even have to click on the little recorder app to make it. So all I have to do is just press the button. So it is recording, which is great. So look at that. We have the TDS and autopilot have just flown this hold in lieu of procedure turn for us. I couldn't possibly be more thrilled, unless of course we're about to slam into something out here, and it doesn't look like we are, and it doesn't look like there's too much ice outside either. Scott's 87, welcome, good to have you here. We're about to fly we're about to capture the localizer, fly on the ILS approach into runway 2 at Keene, New Hampshire. And where are we on this? We are almost at KHAL, which is making me think I probably want... We got the localizer frequency in here. Oh, and crossing KHAL, we can start our descent. So let's go ahead and do that. We're still just a tiny bit ahead, so we can start a gentle descent. Said gentle. Can we get, oh, come on, please, please, please. You gonna stick this time? Yes, thank you. Okay, that's good. So we can be 2600 at Swan. And, oh, look, it switched over for me because I had the frequency in here. So it has now captured the ILS. We should be getting glide slope. Look at that. We're, oh, the glide slope's above us, which is where we want it to be. We want to capture it from below. So that's good. Anything interesting going on out here? Let's see. Bunch of murk off there in the distance. But not really anything to see there. Okay. So we should probably be doing things related to sea-gumps, like parking brake. It's a little early for the gear, but we could, yeah, let's go ahead and get the mixture rich and put the prop back in. Get our fuel pump on. Oh, not that way, we can't. Sorry, I'll be right back. There we go. Get the fuel pump on. Oh, we have definitely are below the altitude we're supposed to be at. Are we at, oh, hang on. Are we at Jergy? I think we might be. We are. So, I think the one mistake I made the time before when this did work, oh look, there's the airport, was I let the airplane, I let the autopilot fly it a lot longer than I should have. It's concerning me that we are, we're lined up with the runway. I can see the runway, can't I? That is definitely runway 2 at Keene. I'm a little confused about what my CDI is doing over here. About what the needle is doing, but we are going to kill the autopilot because now we're wicked high, and we're actually too fast to drop the gear. So we're going to use our handy-dandy speed brakes. Does the Islander have speed brakes? That would make the deal for me, because I love them. Because now we're in gear extension speed, and putting the gear down will get us slow enough that we can add a notch of flaps and see if we can't get ourselves back down on the glide slope. So I'm going to have to figure out after we land why this isn't. Oh, it's just because I didn't do that. Okay, that's fine. That's why that was confusing me. It's a little to our left, and we're still high. Kate, thanks. Bye. Welcome on in. Sorry about still wicked high. So we got full flaps. We're gonna do what we can about the power here and see if we can't get ourselves a little bit lower. Not much use having a glide slope if you're just going to ignore it, huh? But well, that's the way it worked out this time. We've still going to be just fine here. A nice long runway. Winds aren't too terribly bad, I hope. We shall see. Oy. Oh, whoa, come on. Whoa. Heavens to Betsy. Well, not buttery unless someone in the back is throwing up the butter they ate earlier. But, you know, we're down. That's the... Good Lord. What is going on with our ground handling? I don't know. But we are down, and we'll get ourselves off the runway before... Soundtrack, do we have a not butter command? I don't think we do. Hi, Turdog. Good to see you. That was not graceful, you know. But I mean, it wasn't all that hard. I mean, I arrested the descent and all. I mean, I'm just saying the touchdown. If you're going to rate a landing only on feet per minute at touchdown, that really wasn't, you know, all that bad. It's just everything else about that landing that was frightening. Oh, you know, I thought I knew where we were going, but these don't look like. That doesn't look like a parking area to me. Is it over here? Let's see. Oh, I seem to remember it being down this way. I've been here before. In the sim. Never been to Keene, New Hampshire in real life. Still breathing, good landing. Well, that... Barack the Vecchii? Barack the Vecchii? Hi! And still breathing might be just a little bit lax of a criteria, because, I mean, you can be in a coma and bleeding profusely and still, you know, still be breathing. Thank you for following, and please, if there's a way that you prefer I pronounce your name, just let me know and I will do my best. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hi. We were on approach, and I didn't really get to greet you. Have you been in since I added your welcome sound? I don't know if we had. Oh, I think you did hear that last time, didn't you? I can't remember now. But at any rate, it's great having you here. I have probably missed a bunch of other people while in my excitement. Oh, yeah, I remember this airport. Vegahe. That maybe it does not work. Okay. Barack. And is it the? Oh no, Vegahe. But it's Barack. Barack the Vegahe or Veggie? Because it's I'm confused. If it's Italian, I know a little bit about irregular vowels in Italian. Like the single C makes it a chi, right? But then I've never seen the HI after the okay, so we're pretending we have made CTAF calls and that anybody who's on approach here in Keene knows that we're crossing this runway. And I did look, and I didn't see anybody coming. So we're just going to head on across here and on over to the parking area. Oh. Oh, an aviation role model. Oh, okay. So, it's so that's the last name. I take it then that's the last name of an aviator who is a role model. It's not a name that's familiar to me. I will have to look that up. Uh, and we think it's veg. Now I've lost the thread, but probably vecchi or vegchi. Oh, search for him. Vecchi Horkus. Oh, okay, cool. The last name is looking, either Nordic or Persian. I can't decide. But I will definitely look up that. I always enjoy reading about aviators. So I will. This looks like a good spot to park. Parking brake on. Turkish. Aha. So I mean, Persian is close enough to. Oh no, I can't remember whether Turkish is considered. It's right there on the cusp, between Europe and Arabia. At any rate, welcome in. Happy to have you here. Thank you for following. Her dog. How did I miss your resubscribing? Oh no. I'm so sorry. I completely. We must have been on Final Approach when you resubscribed, because I didn't even hear the sound. Crew barracks. This aircraft does not have. So the only. Hang on one sec. I've got something in my ear other than my monitor. Sorry. Yeah. So I have the Just Flight Warrior, and on its EFB or tablet, it's got a selection for state saving, and it took me a long time to figure out what things it does and doesn't save. This aircraft, there are some things that there's not a setting on the tablet for like an option for yes or no to state saving. It does definitely save some things, but I'd be at a loss for now to tell you which. There's other things that always load. Every time you load in this plane, fuel selector's on the left. But also there are things. It seems like, let's see. So it's only been a few weeks, maybe a month, since I added a Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo, and so now things that I think it used to be that how it loaded in as far as like your switches over here, like master and alternator and avionics, I think those loaded in the way you left them. But now that I hooked up the Alpha and Bravo, now it loads in with however they're set on the Alpha and Bravo at the time it loads in. So I don't know. Barack, I did my IRL private pilot training in the Piper Warrior, and I love it, and I love the Just Flight version of it. And there's a long story about why we switched over from that to the Mooney for these. I'm doing the VATSIM Boston groups, Wings Over New England series of 30 learning/challenge flights. There's 6 VFR and 24 IFR. We've completed the first 6, the VFR ones, and then we've done the first 5 of the 24 IFR challenge flights. And we were hoping to do IFR number 6 today, but center wasn't online for us, and they have to be there, for you to actually do the flight and get rated as to whether you pass or not. So next Tuesday, I stream every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, which is 2000 Zulu. Hope you can come back next Tuesday. We will definitely be flying the IFR number 6 challenge flight, Boston to Keene, New Hampshire, with an ILS. It's the new things that I'm learning to complete this flight. One is it's the first time we'll be flying a full approach. In other words, normally ATC gives you vectors to final, or in some manner vectors you onto the approach path. So full approach, you don't get vectors, and it's up to you to fly the full procedure that's depicted on the plate. So it's going to be our first full approach. It's also an approach that has a hold in lieu of procedure turn. First time we've ever done one of those. And there's something else that's new about it. Oh, and it's also our first time IFR into an uncontrolled airport, so it's going to be one of those situations where at some point after clearing you for the approach, center is going to tell you, no traffic observed between you and the airport, frequency change approved, and we'll switch over to the CTAF or Unicom for the untowered field and make traffic calls on there. And then one of the test standards for IFR number 6 is you do then, once you're down, you have to remember to call center back and tell them you're on the ground and cancel your IFR flight plan. So, yeah. So that's where that was. We should probably do our. We could have done our after landing checks while taxiing in, like pulling the brakes back up. And I mean brakes. Did I just say pull the brakes up? No, the flaps back up. I think we didn't use our speed brakes on final there, only to get us down. So speed brakes are in. Fuel pump can come back off. Strobes should have come off before we came up here and blinded our fine rampies, aka inclined Americans. Let's see, what else? Strobes off. Okay, parking brakes on. Transponder can go to standby. Hello, there we go. Back to standby with you. The radios are fine. I'm not going to bother anything with that. Yeah, throttle to 1,000. Let's see, beacon, landing, taxi, navigation, recognition, and that's all off. Alternator off. Mixture idle cutoff. Oops, avionics off. Master off. Mags off. Oh my goodness. It's getting very quiet. It's even quieter here. Just a snowy Wednesday evening in lovely Keene, New Hampshire. Our neighbor next door to us here. Isn't that sky lovely? My goodness. Hey, Stormgrad is here, and Stormgrad, oh, pardon me, 1 second. Stormgrad's entrance reminds me to do a little bit of promo for this coming Sunday. Spundot's here as well. Spundot, are you still here? And I see Mustix is still here. Shh. Who are you shushing? Oh, because I was gone. Quiet. Let's go back inside for a sec. That is the sound of a very, very quiet, cold, and dark airplane. I love it. Oh my gosh. Hey! Jumperman 82nd. Welcome on in. Good to have you here. Joining the lovely Siren, who I hope is still here. Was here earlier. Oh gosh, maybe she was supposed to be working and I shouldn't have said. That's what I should have been doing throughout the last 2.5 hours, is having some kind of liquid refreshment. Cold Nebo, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. I'm going to take a second to move my pedals out of the way because they are very much in the way. The entire setup is going to get rebuilt from the ground up again in a few weeks, and that'll be fixed then. But here's what I was saying. I was going to... earlier in the stream, I did a little bit of promo for this coming Sunday, and so we'll do a little more of that. Hey, Jumper Man, 500 bits, my gosh. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very, very much. And Sunday. I'm sorry for losing my train of thought as frequently as I do, but this coming Sunday, as I think most of you already know, although there's a surprising number of folks here for the first time, which is also like really exciting. So, well, if you're new to the Peter Mooney channel, again, welcome and happy to have you here. And Mustix, yes, 3 days from now on Sunday at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Stormgrad! Thank you so much for the resubscription. That means the world to me. It genuinely does. I'm very touched every time anybody subscribes here. It's thank you. Tyro. Mustix, I will figure that out in a moment after thanking Tyro for 200 bits and Jumperman for another 100. My gosh. Thank you, Tyro. Thank you, Jumperman. I appreciate those bit cheers a great deal. And Sunday, pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Oh, I see. Yes. Right. So Mustix and I are both in North Carolina where we have Sunday at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So on Sunday, we will not be at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but 6. So yes, 6. So we didn't get. Hi, Skipper Jeff. Welcome. Good to see you. And we did not get to actually attempt the IFR number 6 today because Center was not online. But Center will definitely be online next Tuesday, and so we will. And given how well the IFR 6 went today doing a dress rehearsal, I have a reasonably good feeling about passing it next Tuesday. And we might even try something crazy, like since I've got some time between now and next Tuesday, I might go ahead and prep for the IFR 7. And if it's not too long a flight, maybe we'll try and do 6 and 7 in one day. Wait, which famous last words? Plenty of time between you, Mustix. I think you heard me catch myself. Correct. Plenty of time between now and Tuesday too. I might have time between now and Tuesday. Stormgrad. Oh, okay. Well, Stormgrad. Stormgrad. Before you go. Oh no, a hype train just started. Did I just say? Oh no, a hype train started. Will's own ads. Thank you for the 100 bits. And Stormgrad, so before we get into the heat of the hype train, I just wanted to announce for this coming Sunday's fly along, and I'll do the Stormgrad. Wait, Stormgrad, you got to hang on just another couple minutes. Let me get through this. So, it was suggested this past Sunday when SimCaesar announced, oh my gosh, Vega Blue Sky, thank you for your 100 bits. That's absolutely wonderful. Thanks. And Jumperman, thank you for 36 bits. So on Sunday, on the SimCaesar Fly Along, when he announced that this coming Sunday, since he's going to be on vacation, we will be doing the Sunday Fly Along on the Peter Mooney channel instead of on his channel. So it was suggested by someone in that conversation that I might try to, oh my gosh, wait, that's a subscription, but I don't see a subscription in the, what is it? Wait, Lee Trout is, what? Oh, hang on. Why does the activity feed not, and it's not, oh wait, oh there it is. Oh, I see, I get what happened. So Soundtrack 78 gave Lee Trout a gift subscription at some point in the past, and Lee Trout is just now continuing that subscription, and so that's what that was about, but not in the activity feed. And now Spundot is cheering 100 bits, and Stormgrad, I promise I won't keep you up any longer than I absolutely have to, but Texas One Flyboy is now gifting a subscription to Barack the Vecchi. Oh gosh, hang on. It's all scrolling by faster than I can keep up with it. Oh my gosh. So Texas One Flyboy gifting a sub to Barack the Vecchi. Jumperman 82nd giving out 2 community gift subs going to JD's Fan Club and JB22. And then Vega Blue Sky cheering 100 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Stormgrad, if you're still here, I was just going to announce. So as part of that conversation last Sunday about the fly along this coming Sunday being on my channel instead of Caesar's channel, someone suggested that perhaps I would try to weasel out of route planning and get other people to do it for me. And that's precisely what I did. And I think I have done it masterfully, just in time to thank K Thanks Bye for a community gift sub, which is going to X-Plane Master. Thank you so much, K Thanks Bye. Thank you very, very much. So in fact, and James747 James, welcome on in. Good to see you here. This coming Sunday, we are having, as usual on Sunday, 3 big fly-alongs, and I am thrilled and delighted to announce that each of this Sunday's 3 fly-alongs has been planned by someone who has not previously planned a flight route for the Sim Caesar channel. Obviously, nobody has pre-planned routes for my channel. We've done a couple of, Spundot has, when my planned content on my channel a couple times has run out when we still had time. I said, anybody want to do a fly along? Anybody got a route to suggest? And twice Spundot suggested routes that were just fabulous. So Spundot is one of 3 people who's planning a route for this coming Sunday. The other 2 are Mustix and Stormgrad Games. I wanted to, I had announced at the beginning that we were doing the fly along here on my channel this Sunday instead of Sim Caesar's channel, but I did want to further announce I wanted to let a little more of the cat out of the bag, that our 3 guest hosts who are, or route planners is how I think of them, are in fact Spundot, Mustix, and Stormgrad. And with that said, Stormgrad, I hope you're still here, because I definitely want you to see this. This coming Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2200 Zulu, be sure to tune in to the Peter Mooney channel, where Peter Mooney proudly presents Sim Caesar's Substitute presents the Sunday Fly-Along. Yes, 3 big group fly-alongs in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We hope you'll come and join us. The only thing you need is a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You don't need VATSIM or Pilot Edge. We won't be doing any of that. No add-ons required. Just a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator. It can be the standard edition, it can be the Xbox version or the PC version, the Steam versus the Microsoft Store of the PC. It can be the standard edition, the deluxe edition, the premium deluxe edition, the standard premium deluxe double plus super good Uber edition. If you have a copy of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, you are welcome to join. But I've never been in a fly-along before, you say? Don't worry, we'll give you complete instructions at the beginning of or before each of the 3 flights. We'll let you know everything that you need to know to just join the group and fly along and have a grand old time. Kilo Zebra, hey, welcome on in. Hoping you can join us this coming Sunday on the Peter Mooney channel for the Sim Caesar Substitute Sunday Fly Along. Thank you. And now back to your regular programming. So that was, the first time I had ever tried anything like that, and I guess standing Mooney. Wait, is it a Peter Mooney ovation, or is it a standing Mooney ovation, or a Mooney standing? A Mooney ovation standing. It's a Mooney ovation on the stand, except they don't have stands here at Keene. So at any rate. Hey, Kilo Zebra, that would be super. We would absolutely love to have you along. Gosh. Let's see. Okay, Vega Blue Sky. I'm going to not take that as being not a compliment. I've always been told I have a great face for radio, but oh gosh, okay. So our hype train. Oh, Krubarix, thank you for following. I didn't see that when it came through. I think I had the music on too loud. But is there? I am terribly worried by Mystic's ellipsis. You see a math teacher using advanced punctuation, and I don't know about you, but I get worried. Let's see. So thanks everybody for the. Oh, I'm sorry if that was ear-shatteringly loud. I don't know why that just exploded out of me like that, but thank you so much everybody for the hype train, and I'm gonna say a few thank yous while we watch this lovely imminent sunset here in. All the ellipsis was about was just the about the Kilo Zebra. Stop. Nothing. Although last night on Quas's channel, I don't know that I can actually say it out loud, but I watched Quas stream last night and flew along on his final flight, and they're in the sky with us, not flying with us, but flying nearby enough and at a great enough altitude and distance that they were visible in the sky throughout our entire flight. Was a person flying with my new favorite screen name or gamer tag name in all of Xbox. This person flies under that name. I don't think I can bring myself to say it, but I typed it plenty in the chat last night. Tyro, yeah, it was. Quas's streams are always absolutely fabulous, and last night's was as fabulous as usual, if not more fabulous, and a lot of fun. That third fly along, it was 3 flights in New Zealand. The first 2 were in tube liners, which I just don't do yet. I'll never say never, but they're not for me, at least at the present. But his third one, he did small GA, and a pretty lengthy, like about 150 nautical mile flight. Over just gorgeous scenery and a lot of fun. That was absolutely great. Yeah, again, so Vega Blue Sky. I was in the sim and chatting in his text chat, so I had no trouble typing it a lot. and then just now today, I found that I can't quite bring myself to say it aloud, at least not in public, which is. Yes, fun to let loose a little and be rowdy. Absolutely. So I think we are at that point, where it is time to for me to say thank you to yes. Well, Kilo, call me after if you like. I don't know how I feel about saying it in private, but we could check that out. Let's see. I want to find the proper mouse to work on this computer over here. There we go. No. I don't know why this always seems to elude me, the functionality of the pop out, but it always does. I just have a handful of people to say. Oh, Kilo Zebra, I'm so sorry for killing you. I definitely did not mean to do that. Just want to say thanks to a bunch of people for your kind support today. Starting with Jacob A45, who I think had to go but was here at the beginning of the stream, and resubscribed, along with it's a huge flurry of resubscriptions today. I guess it's that time of the month where, kind of things tend to roll over, but resubscriptions today: Jacob A45, Texas One Flyboy, Passenger in Command, Quas, Kevo Zenji, Turdog, Stormrad Games, Jumperman. Oh no, those were the resubs, but then gift subs today: Texas One Flyboy, Jumperman 82nd, and K Thanks Bye all gave gift subs today. And then we had a bunch of bit cheers. Those included Real Tyro, thanks again, as well as Will Zonats, Soundtrack 78, Siren 25, and Cold Nebo, Jumperman 82nd with a remarkably generous 600 bits, and then more bits from Will Zonats and more bits from Real Tyrogoth. That's lots and lots of bits, and 100 from Spundot. Oh, and even more from Jumperman 82nd and Vega Blue Sky with 100 bits. Thank you so much, everybody, for the bit cheers. Those are tremendously helpful. I don't guess I've said it all along or made a big point about it, but my intention is for whatever proceeds that come into the channel via the stream. My intention is to put those back into streaming and improving conditions. And oh, Jumperman, I think you weren't here when I mentioned earlier just the since you played a huge part in the ridiculously generous donations on the Sim Caesar channel Sunday before last for Peter Mooney Appreciation Day. Sorry, I have to see what this is going on over here. Oh my gosh. Oh, someone has arrived. Is it someone we know? I have to back up off and put the name tags back on to see if it's anybody we know. Oh, well, and there's no gamer tags at all, so maybe this is just AI traffic. At any rate, so Jumperman, I went completely off the rails with that generous outpouring of support from last week, and got a 1440p monitor that has been sorely needed because I can't read the instruments at 1080. And not just any old 1440p monitor. It's the double wide instead of 9:16. It's 9:32. So it's really like having two monitors in one side by side. Today was the first stream using the new Samsung G9, and it's gone really well. Couple of details still to sort out, but again, just my deepest thanks and appreciation to everybody who helped made that possible. Thank you so much. Trying to catch up on a couple things at the end of the chat here. Oh, Cold Nebo. Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot to thank myself for giving out a gift sub as well. Cold Nebo, you're completely welcome. Absolutely delighted to do it. If you're not following Cold Nebo, he's another great flight streamer that doesn't stream often, and it's usually either helicopter or a small GA plane. And the streams that the Cold Nebo streams I've been able to make it to, I have enjoyed myself thoroughly, just because he's a charming and entertaining person to hang out with. Plus, there's flying going on. So, I mean, what's not to love about that? Oh, Spundot. Yes. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't here for that part either. Hey, Kev McWow. Oh, I'm so sorry that. I'm sorry that you missed the fun too. The VOD should be up by the time we're done, if not shortly thereafter. But of course, it's never the same. I mean, watching a VOD's never really the same as, but I'll resort to it when I miss somebody who I really enjoy. I can't think of anything more to drone on and on about, so I think I should probably have already by now been looking to see. That's not going to help me. That's not going to do it either. Somewhere here I should be able to get a list of who's streaming that I follow, and see who's. Let's find somebody to raid. Would do that person, but they're not doing flight sim. No. Well, huh. Oh, hell no. Why do you follow them if your reaction is, oh, hell no? Well, because there are some people you just need to keep an eye on to see what they're doing. You know, what can I say? Oh, well, oh, that might be interesting. Yeah, I tell you what. Oh, well, or yeah, uh, you know, if it were me, like if y'all weren't, if as we say here in the South, if y'all weren't here and it was just me, well, let's raid who I would go watch, and that's Shadow Display Team. I have not gotten to see any of their streams in quite a while. Should make sure that they're not like about to end or anything like that. Oh, they've been on for 3.5 hours, so they might not be going a whole lot longer. But they're in New Zealand, and if you haven't seen them before, they do really awesome. They're like a flight team, like the Blue Angels or the Thunderbirds, you know, that sort of thing, where they do, you know, group formation flights that are genuinely impressive, at least to me. So let me get back over here and hey, Peto Heat, I'm glad you were able to lurk, and we're going to be, and Kev Mikwa I have, and I would not want to in any way indicate that that might be the person I was referring to earlier, because that would be unseemly of me. Get it slash raid. Oh, why is caps lock on? I don't know. Can I spell raid? Yes, if I can spell raid. Can I spell Shadow Display Team? I think I can. I think this is going to work. We'll see in just a second. No. Well, Shadow. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, it only has the one D. Why did I think? Okay, slash raid Shadow with one D display team. Has Shadow always had one D? I don't know. There is a warning that it's intended for mature audiences. I don't know what that means. When I've watched them, I haven't seen anything that seemed particularly non-child friendly, but there you go. So, oh, look at that sun going down on me. The sun going down. May I? Or on me, or something like that. Okay, let's see. Oh, that means I'm supposed to be putting the music on so that you can hear at least a little bit of Louis Armstrong before we go, but that's going to take away the pretty picture. I don't know what to do about that. I think we want to just kind of move along and move on out of here. So let's. I'm going to take away the sunset and give you Louis Armstrong instead. And then I'll see you over in the Shadow Display Team stream. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for participating in whatever way you did, whether that was with bits tiers or gift subscriptions or resubscribing or simply watching or unable to watch but able to lurk. Whatever form your participation took, thanks for being here today. And we'll see you online soon, if not before, Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2200 Zulu for the Sim Caesar Fly Along on the Peter Mooney channel. Well, we didn't get to the music because we already rated. Okay. Well,